Tonight, I don't get a song, alright. So don't go messing up my life. Something perfect. It's just fucked up, man. K-pop is just fucked up. So guys, this is Gibbs /Gibbs, back to another crappy video. We're back. Cathedral. It took more runs to get WAN Ravager than it did to get 3 of them on the other group. Oh shit! We had broadcast on. We fucked up already. Oh god! It's all going wrong. But we have insane complex technical AOE macros and a Ravager. And we added auto drain soul and auto, what do you call it? Healthstone. Like just lazy, right? Like there's heaps of shit you can do, we just can't be fucked. Oh shit, are we... Oh, we also have auto fucking that. Whoops. We don't really need that to be auto. It's just fucked up. Like K-pop is just fucked up. And like speaking of other things that are also fucked up, is anyone watching the Race to World First? Like that's just fucked up, right? Like oh no. The mage is not casting. He was not positioned correctly. So you have this sport. I mean, you have this game that turned into a religion, even though it's the most tedious, biggest, most tedious waste of time ever made. And then you turned it into a sport to like maintain interest. And like the sport doesn't work without bots, because those guilds are buying like tens of millions of gold. Where do you think it comes from? And then this sport gets to the point where the appeal of the sport is watching people torture themselves for now over a week straight, while you have no idea what's going on in the game, because you can't tell a single thing that's happening on the screen. It's just fucked up, man. Oh, we're spinning! This is Foggers. Insane AOE, Song of Ice, Fire, Poison, Arcane, Fizz. Insane. We actually have to fucking eat. Good thing we have cheese. Like it got a bit dark on the Echo stream for a while, but they managed to get the 8 out of 9, 400 pulls or whatever. Like you could say that about anything. Like PoE Gauntlet is like people torturing themselves for like whatever, or, but like this, like no one has any idea what's happening on the screen. Like, and it's artificially. Like they change it in real time as it's happening, depending on the level of torture being experienced by the players. Why'd everyone stop casting? Oh, because we had no target. We had no target. I think. Because we were spinning. So it's just it's like an artificial treadmill that's getting changed in real time depending on the level of torture that's been experienced. It's just fucked up, man. Like, and again, like they turn it into a sport to maintain appeal. Like it's kind of like SC2, like. Blizzard pumped fucking millions into SC2 trying to make it an e-sport, and it was a complete failure. And then, like, there's that article of the fucking Thingo isn't casting. We're forgetting to position the mage. He needs to be looking down slightly. So that he actually casts. Oops. Like there was that article about the WoW horse made more money than SC2, right? So the WoW horse made more money than the game sales, but then factor in how much money they spent trying to make it into an e-sport. Right? So like WoW at the time, like WoW was making at least like $5 billion a year though, and they're like paid for everything, right? It's just fucked up, like in retrospect. These are fucking mages. Oh, we didn't position the fucking... We didn't position the fucking priest. I mean the mage. He needs to be looking down slightly. Like so. Trying to pull both of these, like... casters. Oh, there's fucking arcane. Oh, we're spinning. Oh, we got bashed out of it? Oh no, just the animation. We're still spinning. Auto healthstone in action. Excellent, eh? Like, there's heaps of shit you could do, like disarm. We've done like tar equals humanoid, disarm. But disarm is shit threat anyway. And it costs more than Sunder. And then you could like give health stones to everyone else. Oh, do we have... No, we don't have Divine Spirit yet. Not that it really matters, but... it could speed things up. But it's just weird as it all comes crashing down. AOE taunt didn't work. We survived somehow! Oh my god. Excellent, eh? Like, at the end of the day, it's entertainment, right? So, like, the whole point of it... Like, 99% of entertainment is like a treadmill, right? Watching people suffer. Like, you could say that about everything, right? So I don't know, like, is that okay? Because then you have the people trapped in the religion, trying to get people to keep doing the treadmill. Excellent, eh? Uphill, so this is Boggers. And like, we could get ultra toxic, but I don't know if we should. Like, someone left the religion. But then, this was not successful. Someone left the religion, but then something else didn't work out, and now, like... It's just fucked up, man. Like, I don't know... Oh god. Oh god, we have no pots. Oh god. So then it's like, oh, come back, bro. Come back to the religion. But like, you know, it's like a religion. It's just fucked up, man. Like, I don't know, like... I mean, if people are happy, right? But like, I feel like the money's gonna run out. I don't even know how, like, they still make... Like, who's paying for it, right? Like, they're not making... They're definitely not making 5 billion a year anymore, right? Oh, but then you like factor in like mobile shit. It's like you base the world around what it actually is rather than what you want it to be. Like I don't buy any of that shit, right? But I'm a minority. So like, it doesn't matter. Because there's enough people out there. Excellent. Like, if everyone was me, we'd be living in utopia, but like, everyone just wants to fuck it up. Like, I don't know, like, what to say. Like, and then there's like the concept of like where the money is actually made versus where they want you to think it's made. Like, you have like a company It's like the the scam, like the streamers, like they get a sponsorship for this product, which is actually funded because it's a kid whose parents are funding this business. So like the business itself doesn't actually make money. Oh god. It's just fucked up, right? Like, it's like the money is made elsewhere. It's like Blizzard was making 5 billion a year from WoW. That's what was funding everything else. And it's like the same with like renewable resources. Like countries are like, oh, we're fucking 100% renewable, and then they import electricity from the country next door. Like, it's just stupid, right? Like, which is like coal based or whatever the fuck. Like, it's just, it's all bullshit. And like the whole like, oh, we're fucking powered by windmills or whatever. Like, when you actually have the huge demand of spike or whatever the fuck, like, startup current, remember? Like, those windmills and solar doesn't do shit, man. Like, for the shit that like matters. So it's all just like bullshit, right? This isn't the most successful, like, we're getting our ass kicked pretty bad, like. But obviously we're playing warrior, so warrior tank is just bad. We should probably update our fucking Potz. Oh god. What's our best pod? 700. Put this on here. Update everyone's pots. Let me check my pots. Whoa! I don't even know what that is, man. Oh, we should be drinking. So basically the summary is we just live in a fucked up world. And like, because we didn't public the RFK, like we ranted about like how things become a religion. I just don't like when things become a religion. Like, the rule is pretty simple, like the ratio of fun to not fun. Like, when the ratio of fun to not fun goes over a certain threshold, you just stop doing the thing, right? Like, even if it becomes a religion. But then you're not part of the religion. And like the need to belong to the religion is so strong Israel thing. You have two religions fighting over the same piece of land. Like, you can never fix that. The only way to fix it is to take the kids away to fucking capitalism, where they grow up realizing no one gives a shit. I don't know if we can do this. Should we shield and pull with fucking shield wall? I don't know if we can do this part. Like, you can't fix it. Like that video, the history of the world video, like Muhammad went to the top of the mountain and the true God, like not the God that they thought already exists, but the real God, told him, your gods are all fake. It's just fucking stupid, man. Like, how controversial do we want to... Like, I grew up around... Like, Australia's like a minority. Like, true blue Aussies are a minority. Like, certain religions where you sit in a room kissing the ground for 18 hours. It's just fucked up, man. Like, I don't know... Oh god. We survived. Excellent, eh? It's basically tank as long as you can and then lose aggro to the mage so someone else can take damage. It's just fucked up, man. But tech autocracy will save us, because eventually no one's gonna function. Like, we ranted about so many things, like streamers. Like, you're dealing with... I guess if we don't get personal, it's okay, right? Like, you're dealing with a generation of people who have no interaction with anyone outside of a computer, right? And the level of anxiety is just so high of any, like, non-online interaction. Like, I would be considered a nerd, an introvert, but compared to these streamers, like that's why I consider it all just a meme. Like, but you're dealing with people whose only interaction is online. And that's where I just don't understand, like... We're not gonna get personal, but it's, like, easy to know the kinds of people. Like, why do you want to listen to someone who literally has never worked a job, never gone outside, never talks to people outside? Like, why do you want this person's opinion on anything? Like... And we're not just talking about a certain individual who may or may not play this game. Like, there's more people than him, right? Like, it becomes a religion. Like, why the religion of listening to someone with no life experience? It's just fucked. I don't understand it. Like, why do you want this person poisoning your mind? And then, like, we joked once about the, like, Google Maps. Like, Google Maps. Imagine if Google Maps didn't just tell you how to get there, but it told you who you're going to be talking to when you get there and what to say. Like, once you arrive at the shop, you will be talking to Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones likes it when you ask him about the weather to get the conversation flowing. It's just fucked. Like, that's exactly where we're headed, right? Like, and like, you just end up with this. You have this group, like this entire generation of people who can't think for themselves. It's just fucked up, man. Like, I don't know, like, it's like working software. It's like, I don't believe there's any good. I don't believe there's any good in it. I'm like making apps that like tell you what to do. Like, it's just fucked up, man. But like, that's where we're headed. And then like AI shit. It's so crazy that we write books from like the 80s. Like Ender's Game. Like, you know, in Ender's Game, where he plays the game that like that is supposed to like shape his like psychological development, and like the guy gets pissed off because the game is doing all this crazy shit with his past with his brother, and the people say like, we don't know how the game was programmed, and you consider that to like neural nets. Like, neural nets, you do the training, but like at the end of the day, you can't. There's no line of code that is executing that tells you exactly why it made this decision, right? Like, because it's just been trained to respond to data. So like, it gets trained, but what it's getting trained on, the connection it makes is just purely like a number set, right? Like, it's not, so it might be making the right decision, but it's not necessarily doing it because of a human understanding. It's just like reacting to a set of numbers. So like, you don't actually know why it's making the decision that it's making. So when it fucks up, you can't explicitly tell like why it fucked up, because it's not like a state machine with like variables. It's just like, well, I saw this pattern or sequence of inputs, so like the decision isn't necessarily based on like human intelligence. But it's fucked up, man. Like, so like, we write a book in the 80s about how like we don't know why it did this, and like now in the future, like, we're gonna have software that's like, I don't know why it fucked up, because it was just trained on like data, man. Like, and it made a connection that isn't necessarily based on what you think it is. So like 80 or 90% of the time it's fine, but that time that it fucks up, like, you can't actually say why it fucked up, man. Like, it's just fucked up, man. And we write this book in the in the 80s. Like Ender's Game was what, like 87, 86 or something. It's just fucked up, man. And then like global warming, like the biggest issue is like even with no humans on the planet and dinosaurs, the planet still goes through an ice age. So like even without any carbon thing, like it still goes through an ice age. Obviously it's accelerated. But it's still something that happens regardless, right? Pull more. Oh fuck. Oh shit. Oh god, oh man. Oh god. Potion. Oh fuck. Our hands were too fat and we couldn't press the buttons. Excellent. Excellent. Drink. We're getting close. We can pull stuff here, I think. And then like progress for progress sake versus like scaling back, like I lean towards like progress rather than like I don't think there's anything wrong with owning your own house and having your own car. Like, you should want to have these things that we've created, right? Like, we shouldn't just scale back. It's kind of like when people say, oh, I like living a simple life. It's like 99% of the time, they've just never had money. Like, obviously, I don't think it's bad to want to have your own block of land and pilot your own vehicle. Large vehicle that's powerful. But obviously there's just too many people on the planet that it just fucks it up. But I don't think we should not have those things. Then Elon Musk is here to save us, but like everything's just too far away. Like we move too slow. Like getting to Mars just takes too long. Potion. Just the AOE Arcane Explosion just absolutely destroys us. The Arcane Explosion absolutely destroys us. If we're trying to go full gas because we take damage. Like Hellfire's hurting yourself and then you're taking double fucking Arcane Explosions. Like getting to Mars is like a fucking 3-year round trip or whatever. Oh, we just railed. So we need the fusion warp drive, but like we stopped developing nuclear power like fucking 40 years ago or whatever. So like that's what I mean. Like you're never gonna build a fusion warp drive if we're not even allowed to play with nuclear, right? Like it's everything's just too far away. Like you're never gonna get none of the like exoplanets. Like Mars is still a fucking dead planet, right? I don't think we can pull multiple. Have we got it? And then like Voyager's been out there for 40 years going 20,000 kilometers an hour, but it hasn't even left our galaxy. Whoa! It's just fucked up, man. Shit, we need fucking cheese. Oh my god. I forgot where the line is on that. We should probably have that set to... Does he have a target when it's going off? I don't actually know. Like, the only reason you would ever evocate in a fight is if the fight was so long. But it's never gonna be that long. wizard. Excellent, eh? Don't understand. Like, I just don't understand, like, how you can listen to someone with no life experience every day, all day. Like, it's just, I just don't understand it. And like all these content creators know that I can absolutely destroy them. It's not, it wouldn't be difficult at all. Bash. Excellent. Hey, what do we want from this guy? I don't even know. Oh, that's okay. Damage shoulders. Lock. Hellfire. Excellent. So, like, if they get out of line, like, I have to bring the hammer down. Like, and it's just quite easy to do so. Like, I don't know, like, people just make it too easy. Do we do anything? I don't think so.
They must be purified.
Oh, we're gonna AOE, right? We lost fucking aggro.
You shall pay for this treachery.
Oh, you gotta fight her first.
Arise, my champion.
At your side, milady.
Ah! Oh, they ran over here. That's good. Why do we have no aggro, man? God! They're healing each other. This is not Poggers. He's cheating. Well, that was a complete fucking disaster. Why did the lock have so much aggro? Like, was it ticking while he was immune? That was a fucking disaster. We won. What do we want? Gloves and the mace? Oh yeah, then we hand in the quest as well. Gloves. Gloves and the mace. Gloves and the mace. 3, 2, 1, gloves! Fuck off, man. 3, 2, 1, mace! Oh! Excellent. Equip. Plus 15. Excellent. So now we finish this quest, right? Excellent. And we get this sword, but it's shit. 39.70. It's shittier than this. So yeah, I guess that's it. We kind of just played a bit sloppy, but it doesn't really matter. The min goal now is fucking 10-man Drakasap, I think. That's like the min goal. I don't think there's anything coming out that's gonna distract us from it. So yeah, until the next time, I guess. Goodbye. We just realized we forgot to talk about the macros. There's a bunch of shit that we added. Oh fuck, we don't have a thing on it. Excellent. Put this here. Swap this to this. Excellent. Go here. Open this. So the warrior gained Bloodthirst. So, and Ravager. So you have to add, you don't have to. Single target, it doesn't matter, but here we just add oh, this is the wrong one, DPS 2. We just put Bloodthirst because everything else is controlled by rage. Like it's easier to control it by without having to do like all the bullshit. So then you don't have to change it if it works. Like Occam's Razor, like simplest. So Hamstring is now 10 above Bloodthirst, and then Heroic Strike is above that. And then you have to add not buffed. Oh, this is single target, doesn't matter. So you don't have to do the Ravager proc on single target because it doesn't matter. Fucking ears, man. So I guess we just go to the AOE one. Now, obviously we're tanking with a warrior, and we're not using tactical mastery. So you can't just swap to things. But then Whirlwind is like worthless threat per rage, right? So, and you take more damage if you're in that stance, and you get your ass kicked on cMaNGOS, right? Like, so the first thing is just add not buffed Blade Storm to every single line so you don't cancel it. And obviously that becomes a problem if the individual lines get too long, because these lines can't just be infinitely long, because this is a string that gets interpreted. So if this is too long, you get errors. So just adding this could make a line too long, and that's where you have to do the ugly substitution stuff like here, where like Oh no, we didn't even have to do it. Like in the other macros, you'd have like A equals buffed, B equals cast by name, and it's all just to reduce the number of characters in a string, but it makes it hard to read. So like when we get to 10 man, and you have 2 people taunting, and you don't want them to taunt each other off. I guess you won't be using Ravager by then, so it doesn't matter. Like that would be a case where the line's going to be so long, because it's going to be like, we removed the taunt check here because in 5 man there's only 1 person taunting. And then like obviously the taunt, like, you should never really need to taunt, right? It's better to spend rage to do damage than to tactical mastery swap to taunt. Like, so like it's just a meme. So yeah, so because we're only changing stance when below 5 rage. That's what controls like what you can do. And then not using cleave is actually like it's 50% less procs, right, for like flurry and like all that shit. So like, because it combines your auto attack with an ability. So like BT, then if you're above 50 you can hamstring, and if you're above 70 you can cleave. Because even though cleave is like good damage per rage, you're reducing all your flurry proc chance by 50%, so yeah. I guess that's the reason. It's like the same thing why it's better to hamstring than heroic strike, because you would just never build rage to cast all your other shit like shout and we, for a while we didn't have overpower and enrage and revenge in the AOE macro, but I think that is a mistake because they're the most rage efficient thread. So yeah, like it's thunderclap first. So if they're not buffed with thunderclap and you're in battle stance and you're not blade storming and you're in range, you thunderclap. Once they're thunderclapped, or you're just stuck in another stance with more rage, you just bloodthirst. And then at the top, here we just put BT. If you're just stuck in a stance with rage, because we're not tactical mastery, you just spend it, and then excess down here, and then we put, because if you try to cast Whirlwind, it'll force us to stance swap. We just lock this with rage here. So it's just like random tidbits as like a warrior tank. Is Mocking Blow... It is battle stance, yeah. So like we're just trying a different strat where what you can do is based on your stance, and we're not using tactical mastery because it's shit. Because yeah, like it's fucking... It's so many points that are completely worthless, whereas this is all poggers. But yeah, that's like a ramble about the state of the warrior. Priest hasn't changed, just skill level ups. We still haven't added fucking... What's it called? Inner focus, but like... It's so rare that, I don't know. We should probably add that, it's pretty simple. Rogue, we just added, on the vanish, just check if the target is not normal. So you don't waste, don't do the vanish meme if you're fighting normal mobs, right? So like, it has to have more than 50% HP, and it can't be normal. So it's got to be an elite or a boss or whatever. We haven't checked if this works though, but I'm sure it's fine. The mage, we spec Pyroblast. So the DPS is now... And Pyroblast has a debuff, so if it's off... because we added evocation, so everything's got a not, so don't cancel evo, cooldown on evo, but also Pyroblast, it doesn't actually have a cooldown, does it? Does it? No. So we can get rid of that. And just check the debuff. So if it doesn't have the Pyroblast debuff, do a Pyro. Otherwise, just Fireball. And obviously Fireblast has the range check. And you also have the Mana Jade. Auto Mana Jade. The buff key, yeah, we already talked about that. And the AOE hasn't changed, except for like mana cost. But the most interesting thing is the lock. We finally added, so on your buff key you can do, same with the Mana Jade, put Healthstone here. If you don't have a Healthstone, make one. But obviously you can't make them if you're not making Soul Stones. So you need Auto Soul Stone. So at the top you have a health check. If you've got less than 20% health, use your, and you've got a Healthstone, use it. But then, if you're fighting, if your target has less than 10% health, and you're not already drain souling, then stop casting and drain soul. And obviously, once you're drain souling, you've got this drain soul buff, so you won't cancel it. So this is your automatic 10% drain soul. Obviously, if you kill shit too fast, but you've got the stop casting, so he'll stop whatever he's doing and drain soul. And then, so you don't cancel drain soul, you've got to add not buff drain soul to everything. So now you've got not drain lifing and not drain souling on all your other casts. And then he will automatically, and we only put this in single target. You don't do this in AOE. All we did on AOE is just use healthstone, so that can save him. You just have to remember to press your out of combat buff key to make it again. And if we check his inventory, he's got a shitload of these, so it obviously works. And obviously you can do auto mana and health pots. Maybe we should just do it, because you end up with more than you use anyway. But obviously we're just lazy. And then if we just check the dips, Hellfire obviously, Ravager procs. Now with the mage, like you want him to be like zoomed in and just looking down a bit. Then he doesn't fuck it up as much. Rogue backstab. Priest. So yeah, that's like the state of the map, guys. So yeah, until the next one.